We're here for another night of good old whatever this is gonna be, because I don't really know anymore. To briefly recap the last session, as brief as I can, the group arrived in Minnow's old home of Duhearth, where they swiftly reunited with what family members of hers they could find. They witnessed her old childhood friend having some sort of argument with her father, storming out shortly after. Her father gave her a bit of a dressing down for coming home. Minnow, somewhat deflated from this dressing down, went to go visit her sister, who was sickly the last time she was here, nearly on her deathbed. But on this return, Minnow's sister had seemingly recovered. Not too much, but she was able to sit up and speak to the rest of the party, eager to meet them, and pleased with the fact that her little Minnow has some friends. They then met Minnow's good old friend Daphnis, a good boy who was just interested in being friends with everybody and catching up with his old friend. He advised the group that they should go speak to Minnow's youngest brother for some information about what's happening here. But they decided to wait him out rather than go seek him down, as they know that he's a bit of a crabby, or Minnow knows he's a bit of a crabby puss when he is interrupted. Daphnis assured them that Neldis, Minnow's younger sibling, would come visit them at, at the Adventurers Guild. They waited around, and Neldis didn't show up. So they took off into the night, seeking him out. Ascending to the Royal Library where he was last seen, they found it to be an empty and cold room, with some of his research seemingly splayed out, several books that seemed maybe a little ominous, but also not unlike the sort of thing this group has been researching or finding themselves. Without any information to go on from here, they started to leave, where they saw Daphnis leaving the palace with a sack full of stuff over his shoulder. At Kess's urging, the group followed as quietly as possible, keeping their distance to see what Daphnis was up to. Turned out he was heading to the Adventurers Guild to present the group with some new duds, so they could go adventuring out within the elemental plane of water. He greeted them warmly and handed over the new armor for everyone save for Minnow, Sybil, and Avori, actually. Everyone else got some new duds. And upon learning that Neldis was not in the library, they decided to go out in search of him, deciding that the first stop would be the royal stables, where if he decided to leave the city, surely he would stop first. So we're picking up with you guys hitting the streets, with Daphnis alongside you, heading off to the royal stables at a relatively decent pace. Not running, but certainly not walking just.
Power walking.
Yeah, power walking, doing the old Jewish mother exercise.
Yeah. Get my cardio.
Oh my god.
As you guys go, Daphnis looks over her shoulder at the rest of you guys, looking a little unsure about the fact that you're all following.
He didn't expect this.
Yeah, and he looks over at you, Minnow, and leans in and puts his hand up to the side of his mouth, and are they all coming?
Yes? She tries to be just as quiet. Why wouldn't they?
Well, you're the family privacy, never mind. And he leans away and straightens up a little bit, tugging at the breastplate he's wearing, the gold rattling just a little bit. And he continues walking, leading you guys through the streets of the city, where there are people walking around that he has to maneuver you guys through some groups that are just hanging out in the streets doing what people do. It takes a little bit before you guys finally get to what you assume to be the royal stables. As you approach, and it's near the edge of the bubble, where the sea itself is mere feet away from this coral-like structure that has your typical stable setup. But there are what look like tubes, almost, extending from where the bubble is into these stables. And within you can see the shapes of seahorses, various colors, floating around, getting attended to by other Triton. However, there aren't many Triton out here right now. There's only 2, actually, that are attending the stables. There's one outside and another diving between each of the tubes that lead to each stable. And Daphnis just walks up and looks before looking back at you, Minnow, and if anyone's going to ask questions, it should be you. I don't really have authority here, and, well, you know.
Right, of course. And she'll step forward. Excuse me.
One of the Triton, or the one that's walking around on the ground itself, turns to look at you, the basket that he's holding, hefting it, and... Yes, what can I do for you?
Yes, I was curious wow, brain fart, I'm sorry. If Nelda Sterath has been out this evening?
Oh! Lady Minnow, it's a pleasure to see you again. I don't know if you necessarily remember me, but... anyway, yeah, he came through about an hour and a half ago, I think. He took just one of the random steeds. I guess he didn't want anyone to know he left, but he didn't really give us instructions to not say anything. He got us out of bed, and it's actually rather irritating, but yeah, I get he just went out and about.
Well, apologies on behalf of my brother for disturbing you this evening.
Well,
did he say where he was going?
He just said he was, he wanted to go check out some of the fishing villages. I don't know why he was going out that way, but we know better than the question elders.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. We're used to it.
She just has a pitying look, but doesn't want to say that.
Kess is gonna peek over and be like, does he go out often on his own?
No, he looks a little bit reticent to continue addressing you. But you see his eyes flip between you and Minnow.
She nods, it's okay.
No, he doesn't go out, really. He's got his own steed, but I can't remember the last time he went riding.
Cass just nods with her shark head.
Sybil while this is happening, can Sybil just try to gently pat a macaroni noodle?
You can head over to them, yes, and as you approach, you do notice that they are inside this membrane of water, but your hand passes through it, but your hand is submerged while you're doing so.
I want to know, I assume that Sybil, being that she is an idiot and always has at some point pushed her face and her hands to the membrane. And I can't quite simulate being underwater, but I'm gonna try. It probably sounded something like, So.
Amazing.
And it's this nice like blue seahorse with pink streaks through its skin, and
Oh,
it
Sybil loves
accepts
this
the
Gatorade flavored noodle.
it accepts the noodle pets.
Cool, that's all she wanted.
Okay, yeah, it looks okay with this. And the Triton that's swimming between the membranes is. You saw them give you a look before looking over to Minnow and then just shrugging and going back to what they were doing.
Good, she's talking to it the way one would a dog. Or, well, more like a horse, I guess. Just like, oh, you're so pretty. Oh, look at you. Oh, pretty lady? Man? Gentleman? Pretty, person. Wait, no.
Noodle.
Sybil's having this crisis of trying to talk to the noodle.
Sybil's like,
noodle.
yeah, Sybil's just like, why don't I know a good gender-neutral pronoun for someone distinguished? I should know this, and now she's having a crisis.
The Triton that's on land addressing you guys just looks at the rest of the group and is there an issue? You all look rather equipped.
We are adventurers. This is how we exist.
Ah, yeah, we don't see many of you around here, but yeah, you are impressive. And then Daphnis is You were saying that Nelda's left and went off on his own. The stable hand looks over at Daphnis and yeah, he left about, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half. Thinking about it, like 2 hours ago now. Yeah. Do you guys want... You want to go out after him, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Right, alright, writing experience?
We'll figure it out. The guy just like strikes her out under none.
The stable hand looks back to you, Minnow. Do you want one for everyone? Or...
Well, if we have the hands for them, are each of you confident someone could ride with me?
Is it harder or easier than the Navori just kind of holds out her hands and sort of like putting her thumbs together and flaps the rest of her fingers because she doesn't know what those are called.
She taps a finger to her chin and thinks about it a little bit. Is there really a difference, Max?
Make an animal handling check.
Okay.
Let's see how much you remember.
Oh boy, I got a 0 on that one. Oh, good.
Yeah. You grew up riding seahorses, so you assume the sea pancakes are just as easy.
There really isn't a difference. It should be fine.
Alright. This is gonna be great.
Daphnis
I'm
looks
sure
at
we'll figure it out.
Daphnis looks at everyone and right, so if we're gonna go out on the mounts, yeah, so he looks back at the hand. Yeah, give one for all of us. Who wants the raise, I guess?
Oh!
Maria's hand goes way up.
Yeah, Navori's does too.
He looks very incredulous at you guys.
I love the smiley boy.
Yeah! They're great.
Yeah, alright. So yeah, a steed for all of us and 2 rays for those 2. I guess it's better suited for them anyway. Just wanted to clarify, we're gonna have to give all of you guys, the necklaces. Just, you know.
I thought you did that already.
The hand has gone off and started working. You see him going to the one that's swimming, pulling on some of the reins, kind of leading them out towards outside of the bubble. Yeah, but I mean, like, actually activate the enchantment. We're gonna be underwater.
Wow.
Just making sure you know, no need to be sassy. Everyone's gonna be okay with that. I know that you lot haven't really done this before, and it's a bit much.
It doesn't look any worse than my existential dread.
Daphnis just gives you a look.
We're quick learners. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Minnow shares that look.
All right, yeah. I'm gonna bring one of the boundaries, just in case. We need to take a break, or anyone has a panic attack or anything.
Sybil looks at her nails.
All right. Does anyone have any questions before we go do this thing? I'm a little worried, but admittedly, Minnow, you vouch for your friends, right?
Oh, completely.
Yeah, that's all I need then. Right, okay. So about 5 to 10 minutes pass before the stable hand calls you guys over to the edge of the bubble, where you're pretty sure if you just put your hand up against it hard enough, you'd be underwater. And he's standing there holding a set of reins that are poking out from outside, and you see they are attached to one of the seahorses floating there. All right, who's first?
Minnow looks back at the party.
Jess is gonna go. She's gonna go.
Alright. You see that these are all fairly large. There's like not any special ones made for Jess. These are all big enough to fit pretty much anyone, it seems.
Hey, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
I'm just making sure. These are seahorses, right?
Yes.
Okay. Sybil's gonna just try to, like, walk along with Cass. Like, oh, they were totally gonna share a seahorse all along, dude. Like...
Alright, yeah, Cass isn't gonna say anything.
It's certainly big enough. This is the royal stables, so these are all relatively large. You could glean at a look that these are probably like the warhorse equivalent.
Sick. Yeah, she's gonna
these are
pick
not dainty.
She's gonna pick, you know, a solid looking, maybe the solidest looking one.
Cass is almost a literal anchor. You know, Sybil just wants to feel safe.
Yeah, just to give you guys some visuals, there is one that looks princely almost. It is large and is wearing barding, or the equivalent of barding, that is very, very wrought. It is much in the visual style of the typical Triton armor. There is another that is somewhat smaller, still relatively big. Most of these look like they could fit 2 of you. And this is the one that is the blue with coral pink streaks through it. It looks relatively regal as well. There's another that looks... well, it looks unruly. Its tiny little flippers are going like crazy. Its tail is uncurling and curling frequently. And it just looks like it's trying to have a good time, and the stable hands are harshing its mellow. Or not harshing its mellow, they're preventing its good time.
Poor little dude.
And this one is typical kind of coral orange coloration. And then there is another that is about as large as the other one. And this one has a very thick saddle on it that looks like it's made out of some leather-like material. And it's this one that Daphnis walks over to take the reins for.
God damn it.
This one is pretty minimalistic. And then there's another very large one that is equally as unimpressive looking as Daphnis's. It looks very utilitarian and looks a little placid in the eyes. Or patient, maybe is a good word for it. Since none of you have a ton of experience with animals, unless Clive, you'd like to make an animal handling check, maybe. Looking at it, you can't really tell if it's placid or patient or just.
Yeah, sure. 1 second, my dog is going crazy.
Cass is probably gonna take that one.
Okay. And then there are two smiley boys, and they are very plainly dressed. They've really just got like a set of reins and a small saddle placed across the backs.
Gonna get on one of them smiley boys.
Yeah.
Clive, you look at the patient one and you can tell this one is waiting.
Oh,
Oh,
Good.
For what?
ominous.
soon.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
This is the one that Cass chooses.
Okay.
A meeting
As
of
you
the
guys-
minds.
As you guys all approach the edge of the bubble, Daphnis gestures at you and then gestures at the little necklace. And put it around your neck and then just tap it once to turn on the spell, and it lasts for about an hour, but if you need to break it, you can just take the necklace off. Don't take it off while you're underwater, because he looks at you,
You'll
Minnow.
die.
He looks at you, Minnow, and should I tell them about pressure?
I feel that all the time.
Let's wait on that. Yes, just
Alright,
leave the necklace on.
Yeah, just leave the necklace on.
Are we gonna fucking die? Oh, oops. Are we gonna die?
No, you're not.
Maria holds her hand out.
We're out in the palace, technically.
We are at the royal stables.
I don't really have any money aside from the
Oh,
money.
I will
Oh, money.
take it up with the money later. Yes.
Okay.
The stable hand looked like he was about to say, no, you don't need to pay me, but it's like, oh, not my business. Anyway, alright, yeah. Let's go, folks! And Daphnis walks over, and grabs the reins of what you assume to be his, and he steps out into the bubble, and there is this soft sucking sound as it becomes very evident immediately that this has the viscosity of a bubble. Like a soap bubble. And he steps through, and immediately his fins raise up into the water, and it looks like he gets a little bit lighter as his shoulders unhunch, and he pulls himself up onto a seahorse, swings a leg around, and mounts up. You guys all gonna follow suit?
Yep.
Yeah.
Real
I
life.
will.
Oh.
Oh, go ahead.
Make sure the things are working.
Yeah, Minnow, waited for everyone else to get theirs, but she might request her personal steed.
Okay. Yeah, you do so, and the stable hand gives you a kind of blank look for. Oh, yeah. Give me 1 second. I'm. Apologies, lady. I will be right back. And he looks relatively chastised. And he scampers off, and it takes him 2 or 3 minutes with you guys all floating under. Your necklaces are active. And being underwater is this Well, there's a brief moment where it was impossible to breathe. But swiftly enough, you realize that it was because you just weren't. You were holding your breath. And opening your mouth and breathing does have this initial rush of water flooding into your lungs. And it's incredibly uncomfortable and tight until you breathe out and you realize that, yeah, you're just breathing water like it's air. It is uncomfortable and filling you in a way that air doesn't, but you're able to breathe. And Minho, it's around this time that your steed is brought out. Would you like to describe it?
Sure. What's brought out from the stables is a very large, leafy sea dragon seahorse. Yeah, very vibrant gold color with a very, it's like kelp for fins and, a ridge along the back of its head and neck. It is very leafy and, striking.
I think they've missed you. And the sea dragon kind of immediately upon seeing you heads to the edge of the bubble and just floats there excited. And those of you out there just see this very elegant, flowy thing floating relatively close to you guys, but also ignoring you.
No. Yeah, well, she, does not hesitate to, step through the bubble and give it scritchies, headbutts. And yeah, she's just gonna saddle up.
Okay.
And pamper the thing. She missed it.
You guys see a sight that is not unlike a normal horse greeting its master, but it is underwater and on something that doesn't have legs.
Sybil watches this enraptured.
And with you all mounted up, I actually need Maria and Navori to make animal handling checks.
Oh boy!
Here we go.
Yeah,
Here it
right?
comes.
I believe in you.
Can you direct the smiley
Oh
boys?
damn!
Maybe.
All right.
Oh.
So you guys all turn to begin leaving, and those of you on the horses quickly find that it's not unlike riding a normal horse. There's no galloping motion, but its little flippers start flapping next to you, and its tail kind of curls occasionally to push it forward. And it's a steady rhythm. It's pretty easy to get into. Maria and Navori, you took rather leisurely down here atop your previous smiley boys. These are different.
Different boys.
Yes.
It takes you a second to realize that you need to grip the reins relatively hard, as you give them kind of a lax tug as you did when you were coming down, and they begin to drift wildly. These are creatures that can swim on their side and on their backs just as easily as they normally would. So they try to drift and turn onto their sides, and you have to grip on super tightly to prevent yourself from falling off. But you both react in time to get it under control and give tugs that you just hope are the right sort of thing to get it on track. And yeah, it's enough to kind of...
Fine. This is fine.
Yeah, it's enough to even it out.
Yeah.
There is no sort of steady motion to this. It is like gliding on something you suddenly feel like no control over.
Navori loves it.
Yeah, I think weirdly Maria doesn't like heights, but I think she's really enjoying the hell out of this.
To be fair, how much could you fall
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's her
in the
thing.
water?
Navori's totally flapping her little bitty wings too when they're going.
Alright.
Oh,
Oh, that's not it.
that's ominous.
Yikes.
Everybody roll initiative.
Yeah, that was the wrong one.
It's like we just swam into like 20 sharks, I guess.
There we go. Alright, so you guys all begin heading out. You pass through the short region surrounding Dewhurth. It seems slow at first, as there's really no scenery around you. It's just flat, empty sand. But in the distance, there is large coral structures that you make your way towards. It's a rather slow pace at first, with these seahorses kind of getting acclimated, perhaps. Or giving you the chance to get acclimated. As you go, the sensation is much more like flying weightlessly as these things begin picking up speed than it is riding on land. Anything that's loose on you begins to drift off a little bit, lifting up your hair, and lighter bits of clothing are floating behind you. It's a very weightless sensation that also feels like you're being dragged almost.
Sybil doesn't really have any loose clothing, but her illusion does clip through Cass at times.
As you head out into the darkness, it swiftly becomes evident that there is no light reaching this far down into the water. But small lanterns kick in from saddles on the seahorses, shedding a somewhat pale golden light in the area immediately around you guys, but you are also now swimming through black water. It's like
Sybil
flying...
is holding tighter onto Cass and she tries to lift her feet up. Holy fuck, dude!
What a mood.
It is traveling through the black abyss. You cannot see more than 30 feet out from you, or so it seems.
Hey, Minnow, hey,
you cannot
hey.
speak underwater.
I thought we could, wait, we can't speak, but we can breathe?
Yes.
You can just go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sybil opens her mouth to talk, and instead it just sounds like, wait, I'll simulate it.
Minnow just gives her a very sad look.
Yeah.
Clive nods like he understood what she was saying.
Devori's like snorting, trying not to laugh because she'd do it too.
Maria's just thinking about the astral fucking sea, apparently.
Oh my god.
Yeah. The seahorses are staying close enough to the ground where you can see the sand beneath you. They're not swimming up. They seem like they are used to swimming around at night, and Minnow, you know that, yeah, at nighttime they try and stay close to land just in case someone falls. They are not actually until daytime.
Yeah.
But in the distance, there is a sort of subtle glow that illuminates just enough silhouettes of these towering structures. Some reach all the way up until you can no longer see them anymore. As you continue going in, you head deeper into what is called coral plains, passing through structures that are lit just so that it makes some of them look ghostly, with the pale light of something coming off of towering coral cliff sides that you swim between. In the distance, you can see little dancing lights. They look like fireworks in the sky, or stars glittering and flitting around. They dance around the various coral structures, looking playful, almost. Occasionally they wink out before appearing on different sides of you guys. As you continue swimming through the coral plains and moving between the large coral structures, it becomes evident that Daphnis is leading you guys, as he is maintained. It seems that he has a destination in mind. You continue on, and you move deeper into the coral plains. You start passing by structures that glow with a steady slow blue and green light, like a heartbeat of some sort, bioluminescent, spreading out and giving the world around you an ethereal look. It drowns the light of the lanterns out. And as you pass through, light kick back in, lanterns, replacing this kind of bluish glow with that golden light all around you. You do pass through patches of complete darkness occasionally, but there is always something ahead of you, almost like a signpost of another glowing column of coral. You continue heading in. It seems that you are going for quite some time. Minnow, make a history check.
Okay. Fantastic. 6.
Okay. You should know where you're going, but you don't. It's been a little too long. However, Clive, as you're swimming, you get this weird tingle on the back of your neck. And you turn around to see a fishman coming at you at full speed, a spear outstretched before it launches out. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh my god!
Fuck.
Oh, well.
Here we go!
Where's my initiative?
A whole 10.
A 1!
Oh no!
Time for
Sybil
time for
is very
Clive to-
scared.
Oh no!
Jocks are not ready.
Ooh.
Thanks. I hate
Oh
it.
my, now we have the shark
Oh,
music.
hell yeah, Cass
Oh.
is ready.
Every time you change the music, I have to quiet it.
I'm sorry. So, let me write down initiatives real quick. Alright, we got...
Is dark vision in effect for this?
Yes.
Okay, so what I can see, I can see.
Yes.
How come Sybil can't even see Kes? She's holding her.
It's fine.
Yeah. Actually, wait, that reminds me. Sorry. I forgot that I did this last time. Now you should be able to see her.
Yeah.
I forgot that I
now
came
I
up
can
with
see
something
her.
to actually show those of you without dark vision something.
Well, actually, she can't see Kes because for some reason Kes's token isn't next to Sybil's, but...
Oh yeah, rearranges you will.
Cass is probably next where Navori is.
Oh, okay.
I can see nothing.
Yeah.
Rearrange as you will, says Max. Half
Yeah.
the party can't fucking
Yeah.
see shit.
You should be able to see some things.
Now I can see some things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, sorry. I have to continue doing this. Oh boy, alright. Yeah, I need Minnow and Sybil to either decide who's gonna go first or roll off if you don't want to decide.
Oh. Minnow can go first. Minnow's a
Yeah,
fish.
that's cool.
Man, you guys, I forgot I changed my class. How do I play?
Oh no?
Alright, so, first things first. As the spear arcs past, Clive, you actually get to act first, and the rest of these guys get a surprise round on you guys. So yeah, Clive, you're up.
Well, I can't see shit. I'm guessing that's intentional.
Yes. I mean, you should have some vision, just not much.
I've got a little bit. I have a. I have a hunch that a torch isn't exactly going to work.
In which nothing we have works underwater.
You should see some little like glowing fish and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I can't see my own surroundings.
Yeah.
Not really. Well, Clive's gonna take a shot at the one fishman he can see right.
Okay. Go for it.
1 second, dog is trying to chew on the wire.
Yeah.
Hey, is lightning damage a bad idea or a good idea down here? Somebody.
I mean,
I would prefer you didn't.
Oh.
I mean,
I'm gonna
maybe like not next to everybody.
Cool.
Hey,
Well, I
hey
mean,
Max.
Uh-huh.
it's just on the bullets. It's okay.
Oops, ignore that.
Does bludgeoning damage deal less damage underwater like it used
No.
to?
No.
That doesn't
Underwater
make any
doesn't.
sense, but alright.
Yeah. They simplified underwater rules significantly.
Hell yeah, natural 20.
All right, yeah, that hits. Roll damage for your crit. Oh, all right.
How much was my sneak attack damage? Look, 2d6.
Do you have advantage?
Oh wait,
Yeah. All right, cool. So you guys see a crossbow bolt shoot through the water at a quicker speed than you might have anticipated, as it lodges itself in a creature that just enters your vision.
Magic.
Yeah, the rest of these guys suddenly begin to edge in. You see some fishmen start to approach. And one of them swims right up to Daphnis and pulls back a trident and goes ahead and tries to stab him. That's a miss. That's a miss. That's a hit. 2d4. Where the fuck are they? Alright, it strikes Daphnis and he grunts out in pain, bubbles coming out of his mouth before he looks back at you guys, panic in his eyes before he grabs something from his seahorse and just chucks it at the ground. And as it hits the ground, you guys feel the bubble around you, or you guys feel a bubble around you begin to expand. The seahorse is dropping, leaving you guys in open air all around you.
What about the seahorses?
They quickly kind of dive off back into the water as if they're used to it. They head out of sight, but you are all on solid ground now, with the fishmen around you also on the ground. Just as a quick explanation, anything within this black circle counts as on the ground.
I
Anything
can't
out?
see that.
You should be able to see a black circle.
Is it on a black background?
I can see one edge of it.
But what about the rest of the
I
circumference?
thought that was going to be super visible because it's super visible on my
No,
screen.
you should make
Yeah,
it
I
white
can
or
see it,
something.
but
How's that?
I can see 2 parts of it.
Okay. That's gonna be as good as it gets. Anyway, yeah, you should have a decent idea of it.
There's about it's like, what is it? Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's 12 squares across,
it's
Okay.
like
or 11.
this.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm playing a human.
Yeah. Everything within that is solid ground. Anything outside of it is still ocean. So you guys are now standing on the solid ground. The water breathing almost immediately wears off as the necklaces around you are enchanted to deactivate in these scenarios. Minnow, you know that this is a common tactic. This is a pretty normal object that is used by the warriors of the Triton people because fighting underwater sucks. So they found ways to carry their little enchantment with them as best they could. We come around to the official turn order. Kess, you're up first.
Yeah. Although, shouldn't it be Clive? Because he's at the top of the round.
You got a natural 20, and that was just a surprise round.
Yeah, exactly. He goes first, right? Because he got 26.
You got a natural 20, though.
Yeah. That still only gives me 23.
That's how it's worked since we played this game the first day.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, natural 20 is like an auto top. You can choose to let Clive go first, though. It's up to you.
Well, I mean, Kess is gonna do what Kess does best, and stay right where she is, because she's right next to her fuckbox partner. Actually, she's gonna take a step up, and then she's gonna cast light.
All right. That is 30 feet, right?
20-foot radius. 10.
Oh, bless you.
Oh my god, hang on. It's bright light and 20-foot radius, and then dim light for an additional 20 feet.
I think this. No, that is not what I wanted. Maybe this? Or wait. I believe this. We're getting there. Sorry, this is... There we go. That's right. Okay, yeah, a orb of light drifts off of Kess's shoulder like it's a little bud of something popping out of her new armor. Now it is Clive's turn.
Okay. So is Boon just like doggy paddling through the air?
Yeah, I mean, he's on the ground now, but yeah, he was doggy. I like to think he was doggy paddling, but also, like, getting little grabs by you while you're on your seahorse, helping him doggy paddle extra fast. Or hitch a ride. It's up to you, really. He's there, though.
Well, Clive is going to shoot at that one.
Okay.
Again, I think. I don't know if...
Yes, and now you would have advantage, so... Or sneak attack, not advantage.
Oh, wait, no. First he's going to Hunter's Mark.
Alright. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Alright, yeah, that's a hit. Damn. Wait, what is the 2d10?
Wait, what? Did I miss one?
There are 2d10s that got rolled.
Yeah, I have 2 attacks.
Do you use a rogue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty sure I have extra attack.
No, rogue doesn't get extra attack.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, rogue only has 1 because of sneak attack.
Oh, oops. We can just take one of those off then.
Okay. I will take off the 10, so... Alright, yeah. Another crossbow bolt goes arcing out, striking that Sahagin. The bolt sticking out of it, and it looks up, surprised, now that it's on dry land, and it's getting shot at. It apparently did not expect this. So it is these guys' turn, so they're going to move in. Let's see. So these ones over here, one is going to make attack against you, Kess.
Fucking bring it.
That's a miss. That 2 misses. It tries and hisses at you. Its flappy, catfish-like mouth tries to it's open and breathing heavily, and you just dodge both attacks. One is going to try and attack you, Sybil. A miss. And a miss. All right, good job, guys.
Sybil dodges out of the way like, ah, were they gorgeous?
Another one's gonna try and attack you, Clive. 1 hit. Ooh, 2 hits. All right. Well, you only take 6 points of slashing damage as its trident that looks like it's made out of bone strikes out at you and take 2 slashes across your arms. As you hear kind of a cackling laugh.
You said 6?
Yes, 6. The Sahagin in front of Daphnis is looking with wild eyes. Try and attack Daphnis again, who is large. He's got a glaive like minnows. Less ornate, very, very simple. Just kind of a stick with a blade on the end of it. Readied. That's a hit. A miss. Alright. It strikes out at Daphnis, and he takes a trident to the shoulder, grunting and grabbing at his shoulder before jerking the trident out of his skin. Alright, and Maria, your turn.
Okay. Well, she's gonna space out real hard until it hurts, and invoke her Crimson Right. She's going to put cold damage on... hang on, I think she's got cold. I swear I know how to play those. Yeah, she's gonna put cold damage on it, and then she's gonna shoot
Okay.
at this guy.
Alright.
Okie dokie. $15 and a 26.
Yeah, those both hit.
Okay.
Damn. God damn.
And 11.
Alright, yeah, 2 shots crack out, and this thing is now actually visibly bleeding. It's reeling a little bit from just getting shot the hell up.
And Maria's nose starts bleeding.
Oh no.
You guys hear splashing sounds coming from behind you. Boop. And in front of you, Navori.
Okay. Navori's gonna stay right the fuck in the middle of all of it. Everybody.
Please do.
She's going to use... Wait, so they're in a bubble and they can talk now, right?
Yes.
Okay, she's gonna use Bless at 3rd level, and she's gonna get... Daphnis, Minnow, Kess, Maria, and Sybil.
Alright, cool. You guys feel the impish blessing of Navori's god settle over you. And Daphnis actually looks back at you, fishy eyebrow quirked before shrugging. Is that your turn?
Yep, she's not moving, so she's just kind of like, don't like it.
Daphnis is going to take his glaive and spin it around and strike at the thing in front of him. And that's a hit. He does some damage, and then Minnow, he looks back at you, and actually, Maria, he looks at you.
Wow.
And says, "He's open, get him!" And I need you to make an attack against it.
Oh, okay.
Hell
Get a
yeah.
D4 too.
Yep, and then you actually add a D8 to the damage.
Oh, so
Use
there's
Commander Strike.
Nice. So there's a
Nice.
D4 for the bless. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, to your attack roll.
29.
Don't
Alright.
need it.
Yeah, do damage, and then you get an extra 1d8 damage to that. That is a...
She gets her right
speed.
damage too, doesn't she?
Yep.
I love these combo tactics.
13.
Cool. Yeah, you crack out your shot, and Daphnis looks at you and gives you a thumbs up. Minnow, your turn.
Okay, well, she's gonna step forward just to keep the line, but gonna add damage to the guy next to Daphnis there. Or
Okay.
try.
Damn. That's one hit.
Hell yes.
Oof.
You gonna do your second strike?
Oh no.
Shadow.
Oh, I forgot about push to talk. Okay, I have a little sticky note here too, like, hey, you're doing that now, remember? Okay,
You have bless for that second one.
yeah, she's gonna do that. Okay,
Hey,
Alright,
16?
yeah. Those both hit,
Okay.
and I believe you.
6, 9, and bonus action, slap it with the butt of her
Alright.
bringer. if it even matters.
Pap pap.
Does Bless work on bonus actions or no?
Yes. I
Trying
think
to
it
see if
works
you
on all
can-
attack rolls.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if... yeah, you can use it.
Oh, okay. Well, 15.
That makes it hit.
Oh, cool.
Hey.
So 4 extra damage.
Okay. Yeah, you cut it up and then smack it with the butt of your, spear, and this thing is looking pretty torn up already, actually. It's bleeding heavily and starting to try and move away. Sybil, it's your turn.
Oh boy. What? Okay. I look around. I see many fishmen. So you better have a token for this. Sybil is gonna use polymorph. So what happens is, you know, like how in fucking Akira, that guy just starts, like, bubbling in expansion? That's sort of what happens. It's just like, and suddenly there's a huge black dragon.
Oh my god.
Oh,
And
God.
she really plays it up too. Like there's the beating of wings and just a as she
Oh my
becomes huge.
Okay, but does
She
she
just went,
squish
like,
everybody? Like,
god. Full Maleficent.
Yeah, well no, she's kind of like hunched over everyone. You know, like a large cat.
What kind of black dragon?
What do you mean? Oh, she's a
Like
young black
adult?
dragon.
Okay, young. Thank you.
Yeah. She's big. I mean, she got bigger, but
Yeah, no, I just need to
she's
have
not
that
an
up.
adult.
Yeah, so that actually has to push everyone out of the way.
Can't she
Oh.
just kind of, because I was imagining she'd get, why is my screen black?
Because I took you away. Give me a second.
Oh, okay. I got banished to the Shadow Realm.
She
No.
blacked out with her murder.
I figured she would have stepped towards the end of the line to,
Oh, okay, then yeah, you
but
can...
she does have
move it.
movement, you know?
Okay, yeah, hold on. Let me...
Medium creatures can end their turn in a large creature space anyway, can't they? Or does it have to be 2 sizes bigger?
Has to be 2 sizes bigger. Hold on, I'm just trying to figure this out, so... yeah, it'd be this. And suddenly, Sybil, you can also see pretty well.
Yeah, I can! I can't move myself, though. That's a shame.
You should be able to. Yeah, you should be able to.
I cannot. Oh wait,
You're-
I'm using the
yeah.
ruler. Never mind. I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
So wait, I can't be standing here because everyone can still fit in my square. Look, Kess is beneath my wing.
No, I'm pretty sure.
Ah, darn it. Well, she's gonna come over here. Fuck. She's gonna come over here.
Alright, that would have...
I think that ends her turn, though.
Hold on.
You'd have to be one over.
Yeah.
Hold on. Can Sybil
Wait, I have to be
fly
one
as a
over?
dragon?
You exist as 4 squares. You're 4 squares.
Oh shit, I've never been this big before. Can I fly as a dragon? We're in a bubble. Can I just fly over them and land behind them?
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, that's what I do!
Alright, yeah, you lift off. And I'm gonna say you don't impose any opportunity attacks because they are terrified by what just happened.
She's
Yeah.
got this horrible green glow to her eyes. It is actually pretty maleficent, in fact.
And that's what I was thinking. I was like, wait, Sybil's magic color is green. It's fucking maleficent.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys see Sybil fucking blow up into a dragon. It's dramatic.
Well, that just fucking happened.
Yeah. So we're gonna come around and Cass, it's your turn again.
Devori's just like, that was fucking terrifying and sick.
Because it's just like that fucking happened. She's
Just
gonna...
real quick, this is gonna be something you do on more than one occasion.
Oh, absolutely. Black dragons can breathe underwater.
Okay. I just wanted to know so I can make you a token for this.
I'm probably going to be many dragons. I'm sorry.
You need to let me know so I can get. Anyway, yeah. So... Go ahead.
Okay, well, Kess is gonna... Shit. The one failing of a paladin is that they really aren't good at AoE.
Yeah. Not like 4th edition where you just have your link spin.
Right? I really miss Whirlwind Attack.
Yeah, I'm a little bummed they took out Whirlwind and Cleave and Power.
Yeah. Yeah, Kess would have definitely been a power attacking paladin.
Yeah.
The kobold
Yeah,
teleport
that's like-
chain.
That's like a martial like staple.
Right?
I think
yeah.
it exists in some form in like a feat. I know sharpshooter gives you sort of like a ranged power attack.
Yeah, I think it's in feats and stuff now. Anyway, yeah, you gonna dunk on something? What's up?
Yeah. Yeah, she's gonna... She's gonna step over here so that there's 2 of them within range, but she's gonna dunk on this.
Alright.
Figure out my... There it is.
Jesus. Alright. Yeah, those both hit.
Alright.
Here comes the murder train.
Yeah, Jesus.
Whoop, whoop. And that bless is gonna be real great at keeping my concentration if I get hit. So.
I'm
Alright,
hearing.
the second one's the crit,
I'm
so...
hearing like
Yeah.
distorted Thomas the Tank Engine theme song.
So that's 5 plus 8. No, 5 plus 18.
Yes.
Alright. Yeah, so you bring down your hammer. Is it
Oh,
one in front of
hang
you?
on. Hang on.
Oh boy. What was that?
That's the psychic damage
Oh
from
yeah.
her might hammer.
Yeah. You smush this thing. you cave in
Dead.
its fucking brain.
Ew.
And it just slops over to the side. It's hunched over a fish face, caved in, just this mess.
Ooh.
And the others see
God.
this and kinda look like they're about to back away, but Sybil's back there behind them, so they look. And you hear this awful noise come out of them. It's like, And this one's gonna take a swing at you, Cass. Yeah, here we go. That's one hit
What?
and a
Her
miss.
AC is 21 now.
Yeah, I rolled an 18 plus
Alright.
5, so yeah, so it is going to hit you for damage as it lunges at you with this bone spear, and it scrapes through your armor that you're not quite accustomed to wearing yet, so you don't really know what all the weak points look like.
Sorry, you cut out a little bit. How much damage?
4. Yeah, not much. Another
She
one is
looks at him like, you really?
sorry, I accidentally closed my young black dragon thing. Fuck. This one looks back at you, Sybil, and doesn't really know what to do. So it pulls back its spear and it's going for it. That's a miss. 2 misses.
Yeah, she just
Looks
kind of
like-
snaps at it.
Yeah, both of the bone spears just slide off of thick ebony scales. Clive.
Okay. I guess Clive is going to continue trying to finish the job with that one fish person.
Alright. Fuck.
Oh, you know what? I also, well, I didn't do it last turn, but I'll do it this turn if it happens again. I didn't use my skirmisher feature for scout.
Oh.
Oh well. Clive is just he's gonna disengage this way, so he's not in melee range. And he's gonna continue shooting at that fishman that he marked.
Alright. Jesus. Yeah, that hits. Yeah. Alright. 21.
I don't need a second attack.
Yeah, I mean that's rogue, man. Yeah, okay. The crossbow arches out and just hits this thing down and then pins it to the ground. It falls dead. And you hear more of that guttural, fishy sound come from all around you guys. The fishmen around you look pretty upset.
Are they talking? Like,
Would you have a way of... Actually, you don't know.
they're not speaking like a dialect, a primordial, are they?
No.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yep, no, you have no idea what they're speaking.
Alright.
Well, with that thing dead. Alright. From down in the shadows, there comes a golden light that arches out and goes straight for you, Clive. Range spell attack. Yeah, okay, that misses. Just this golden bright light shoots out and hits the sand next to you. And briefly from within where the light came from, you see the shadowy outline of another one of these fish people floating outside holding a staff. Maria, it's your turn.
Ooh, let's see here. I can't see that guy, unfortunately. So she's gonna turn around and shoot at this guy.
Okay.
Just gonna take bless on it just for fun. Oof.
Well, first one's a hit, the second one's a miss.
Okay. Golly, 8.
All right, yeah. There's a crack of gunshot that echoes strangely within the bubble, and strikes one of the fishmen, and he jerks to the side before coming back up with its spear, making more of that guttural sound. All right, so oh, this is nice. I can hide my ruler from you guys now. Okay, let's see. There is. Minnow, what's your AC?
16.
Okay. From outside of the bubble, a spear comes arcing into and strikes you in the thigh, and you take 5 points of piercing damage as a trident strikes you.
Oh,
Okay.
fucking rude.
Promptly missing. I'll rip that out.
Let's see. Clive, what is your AC?
Uh, 14.
Okay. Another spear comes arcing out of the water, but doesn't quite hit. Maria, what's your AC?
A big old 15.
All right. Spear comes from outside of the water into you, and you take 3 points of piercing damage.
Can I hellish rebuke?
You may.
All right.
Yes.
Dexterity saving throw, 13.
It rolled a 2.
Hey.
Maria gets hit by this thing and then points her finger at it, and it's gonna take 2d10 fire damage.
You.
Oh yeah, hey, you can see it.
14.
Fuck. Yeah, there's a flash of flame outside of the bubble, and you see a brightly lit fishman briefly catch on fire before it's quenched by the sea.
She did finger
and he's
guns
just
at
left-
it.
He's left steaming.
Ooh,
And
hard-broiled fish.
Fried fish.
It's delicious.
another spear comes out of the darkness and once more strikes scales before clattering off to the side. Navori.
Okay, well, you know, like, alright. She wants to do something, but she also really wants to know what they're saying, and sort of, without sort of realizing it, she's gonna cast Comprehend Languages.
Okay.
So if they're speaking, she
Okay.
can now understand them.
All right. I will keep that in mind.
And I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do these guys look like they're looking back, or do they look like they're paying attention to Sybil?
They are paying attention to Sybil.
Okay. Alright. So she's gonna stay where she is then.
Yeah, they're kind of looking at her with their spears raised, their legs low to the ground, like they're just trying to angle up at her, but don't know what she is, clearly.
Fair.
Yeah, Sybil's just kind of serpentine and snapping, just keeping their attention.
Alright, yeah, that's it then.
Okay. Daphnis is clearly very impressed by this. And he's going to take a run, go 1, 2, 3, 4, jump into the water. You guys see him dive into the water. And vaguely you see his weapon flash as he takes a strike.
Swim, my beautiful boy.
Ooh, and he hits. He swings his glaive around and catches this other fish person, striking it hard for... Ooh. Alright. Minnow. You see him look back at you, and you recognize the way he's gesturing. You can move up to half of your speed in any direction you'd like right now.
Huh, okay.
Maneuvering attack to give you the ability to move a bit.
Okay,
Battlemaster's fun.
good. But, Oh my golly. Well, she's really conflicted right now. History stuff, is this typical for her? Like,
I will let you make a bonus action, or just a free history.
oh, I'll wait for that on my turn. Wow. Okay,
then
sorry.
yeah,
Wow,
go for it.
character
Yeah.
things. Okay. Well, she's going to, go for the one that's at the edge of the ring down at the bottom there.
Okay.
Sharing the same idea as him. Let me see my movement speed. Okay.
And it is also your turn, so you can move speed too if you'd like to get out with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Well, for now, she'll, take some swings at what she assumes are some dang Triton at her.
Okay, yeah. And then yeah, if you want to use your bonus action, make a history check, you can. But
Sure, yeah, I'll do that.
okay, that's a hit. That's a hit. Look at what you're doing tonight. Minnows
what it
underwater.
counts.
Yeah. Nice.
So, yeah, okay.
All right, yeah,
23.
2 swings of Lightbringer. The blade flashing a little bit as it strikes into the fishman's guts, spraying some blood into the water around it.
Gross. Okay, and, let's see. 8. Dum-dum.
You know that Sahagin usually don't attack random people, much less people that are clearly armed. You do know that these are Sahagin, and they are kind of idiots, but not
Alright.
this stupid.
Okay.
Sybil.
Okay, Sybil's gonna just have a grand old time. She gets 3 attacks.
Okay.
Let me see what I have to roll. Okay. So she's gonna. Well, first she's gonna swing her claws, one at the one on the left and one at the one on the right, as you do when you're a dragon.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna just take an extra bite attack at the one over by the one nearest to Boon.
Okay.
Directions. Love them.
Yeah, those all hit.
Cool. Okay. 2d6 plus 4. Bop. And then. Bop.
Jeez.
Dragon.
Yeah. All right. The one that you slashed at, you disembowel entirely. Your claws come out and just rip its stomach open, where fishy guts spill out onto the sand.
Yes.
And the other one you just chomp down on and almost pick it up by its shoulder, but you let go. Kind of your draconic nature seeping through, and you're toying with it now.
Yeah, can I do something for flavor?
Yeah, why not?
Can she just, sweep the dead one off in her claws and roll it closer to the end of the, circle? Just as a little fuck you, just kind of brush it off to the side.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, you brush it away since it's dead. Alright, Kess, you're up.
Okay, seeing that Minnow has the ones to the south, and Daphnis has the ones to the east, and Sybil, Dragon, has the last one in the circle. She's gonna go north.
Alright.
It can take an opportunity attack. She ain't care.
Yeah, it's gonna try. It misses. I can't roll shit. It's funny, when I'm on Daphnis, rolls high. When I'm on monsters, no. Roll for
That's
3s
because
and
Daphnis
4s.
is a good boy.
I don't want him to die.
Alright.
And she's gonna take 2 swings at that one.
Alright.
And yeah.
That's a
I
miss.
yeah, okay, so whatever.
That's a hit. Yeah. Maria, is that the one you hit already?
Yeah,
No.
it is.
Yeah,
That was
it
the
is.
hellish rebuke guy. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Cass, your sword lashes out.
It's still a hammer.
Or okay, I thought you were using the sword.
It's a hammer now. Remember, we transferred the
Right. That's right. Yeah. So you just slam your hammer into the water. There's a brief sensation of like drag being applied, but nothing's gonna stop you. So you continue on, and you actually slam it into the stomach, continuing your momentum, and the blow drags it into the circle
Hell yes.
where it dies. Sorry.
Oh. Hell yes.
Big dead.
Yeah, is dead.
6. She has one more square of movement, so she's gonna move up this way and point at the one up there, like you're next.
It looks over, and you cannot tell its expression, but it looked. This one next to you, Sybil, is going to try and leave.
It doesn't like it. Oh man!
Excuse me? Can I get an opportunity attack?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay. I figure that's like with the claws?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
that's a 1.
Well, shit.
Bless isn't gonna fix that.
Yeah, no.
You just try and swipe, but you're feeling a little cocky.
Here's the
This is
thing,
this
she's
idle
not used to the form, so she goes to swipe, but she kind of like trips.
It takes this otherwise majestic, scary creature and makes it look kind of dumb.
You ever see a dragon trip? It's stupid.
I mean, they've only got like 12 intelligence, so you know.
Oh my God.
Clive, you're up. There's a reason black dragons live in the fucking swamp.
Sybil only has 10 intelligence.
She's smarter now. Anyway, yeah, Clive, you're up.
Okay. Well, Clive's just gonna slide back away from that, and then he's gonna shoot at it.
Yeah, that hits. Okay.
God, Clive.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Damn.
The crossbow bolt shoots out and clearly stuns the thing, as it gets struck and just kind of reels. The thing Daphnis is fighting is going to...
Where is Daphnis anyway? I don't see him anymore.
He's out the bubble.
Oh, okay.
It's going to disengage, and you see a bright flash of light come out and try to strike him. And it does. Let's see, how much is this gonna do?
God bless if there's a saving throw involved.
Alright, he takes a good bit of damage as Radiant Bolt strikes him. And you guys see this flash of light, and in that light you can see him hunch over onto himself briefly before trying to stretch back out. Maria, it's your turn.
Oh, shit. Okay. I think she's gonna shoot this guy in front of Navori.
Okay.
It's just gonna take bless for both of them. She feels like she needs it. 27 and a 16.
Wow, those both hit. The goddamn plus 13.
26.
Okay. Yeah. You blast a hole through this thing and it falls over. Dead. You guys hear from all around you that gurgling sound. And Navori, it's difficult to make out. As it's kind of a very primitive dialect. But it's danger, danger. They should not be messed with. And then you
Nobody
hear
fucks with
retreat.
us.
And at that, you hear the sound of things swimming away. Minnow, you can take your opportunity attack if you'd like.
Okay, she will, but it'll be non-lethal damage.
Okay.
She's just hitting them like, and stay out.
Yeah, pretty much. It's 25.
Yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
13.
The non-lethal damage knocks it out. It tries to swim away. You slap it with the butt of Lightbringer, and it kind of floats there. Are you just gonna... And it
she's
does not
gonna-
make any movement.
Oh, okay. Well, she's gonna yank it into the bubble and kind of throw it back towards the party. But
Okay.
then she's gonna hook it over to Daphne. So
Okay,
just kind of chuck a fish at the party.
Yeah. This fishman only goes about this far.
Okay.
Since he is knocked out. But yeah.
She's gonna blunder her way because she can't see shit.
Well, first it's Nave's turn.
Okay.
Alright, sorry.
Navori is just like, yeah, they're retreating, I guess. Why the fuck can I understand them? she starts. She saw that flash, so she's going over here to. Let me see. Oh god, that's the wrong button. Where's the ruler? Here we go. She's going over to Daphne.
I'm so glad they made me able to hide the DM ruler.
And she sort of reaches through the bubble and sort of I don't know what she can reach, but she like claps his shoulder and she's gonna use cure wounds at 3rd level.
Okay. Yeah, you can easily reach his shoulder.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. So that's 3 do D8 plus. He recovers 12.
Alright. A light kind of pulses through him and he moves up a little straighter before looking at you and giving you a nod. And he is going to trying to leave him. And he's going to take a strike. That's a hit, and he's going to do another, and that's a miss. How much does he... Alright, yeah. He strikes that, and the person starts bleeding and tries to swim away, but doesn't really get far. Minnow, your turn.
Okay, sorry about that. She is just going to blunder through the dark to try and catch up with Nave and Daphnis to make sure
Okay.
things are okay, but... And that's all for now.
Alright. Sybil, but I think she is still away. I don't know where she went. Oh, nope. I heard her just get back in her room.
Wait, okay, I'm back. Hello. What are we...
It's your turn.
Well, aren't they retreating?
If you heard Navori say that, then you...
I would
Yeah.
imagine so.
Yeah.
Then yeah, you heard that.
Oh, well, what do I want to do? Fuck.
Daphnis didn't hear, but that's because he was outside.
I mean, I don't want to sit around and do nothing, so I guess Sybil's just gonna kind of come over here and, like, bare her teeth and growl draconically at this one over at the edge. To, like, you better not, you know?
It doesn't even look back at you. Alright, Kess, you're up.
Okay. Yeah, alright. So that guy is still up there, huh?
Uh-huh.
Jess doesn't care. She wants to burn
Yeah.
her.
Out
Yeah.
for blood.
Listen, as far as she's concerned.
If you attack, you die.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
It's a simple proposition, really.
She's gonna take a whack at it.
Okay.
I'm gonna use bless on the first one, so that's
Okay.
a D4.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's 13.
Alright. Yep. Those both hit. These things are huge babies. Alright. Yeah, you crush that thing in, and this time you don't bring the momentum around, you just hammer it and leave it a rotting, not a rotting mess, but it will rot.
Alright, and she's still got some motion left, so she's going to swim speed is what, half?
It's at 30 because you have the Mariner's enchantment on your armor.
Yeah. Alright,
Yes.
she's 1, 2, and 3, and she's coming for that one.
Alright, you guys see Kess just dive into the water. It's less elegant than Daphnis. She just kind of jumps in.
Yeah.
And then Kess, there's a brief moment where you're like, ah, shit. And then you realize, oh wait, this is easy. And you basically, you move as you normally would, kind of Terminator-like, I think.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
It sees you, and it was starting to retreat, but it's gonna swim back over to you and try and stab you.
That's fair.
A 2 and a 3. I swear to fuck. Yeah, it tries twice, and it just goes wide both times.
There's Terminator coming after it.
Clive, you're up. Yeah, you guys all have Mariners on your armor now. Except Navori. Navori doesn't, because she didn't get new duds.
That's fine.
Well, if it looks like everything is retreating, Clive's probably not gonna really chase. If everyone else looks like they're already there.
Yeah.
So for now, he will just walk. And is the one next to Cass still like attempting to get away?
No, it attacked her.
Okay. Clive's gonna shoot it, but he's gonna attempt to not kill it
Okay.
if they're trying to take a target alive to figure out why we're being.
Oh, we got one alive. It's unconscious.
Okay.
Yeah, Minnow bagged a fish.
Okay, cool. I must have missed that. Well, Clive's gonna shoot it,
Alright.
and we'll let God decide what happened.
It's in God's hands now.
That hits. Now it is in
Damn.
God's hands.
Ass titties doesn't
I
like.
think God is particularly merciless tonight.
Yeah, as it's focusing on Kess, it doesn't see the crossbow bolt heading its way that just spears straight through its head. And Kess, you just watch this thing just die real quick. So with this, the caster is starting to panic, clearly, and just tries to swim away. And Daphnis is going to take an attack on her. Nope, and he misses, swinging his glaive around, catching in the, but it doesn't quite strike. And you know what? She's just gonna keep leaving. All right. Is anyone gonna try and chase her?
Oh my
Alright.
god! Jesus!
Sybil's gonna follow Cass.
All right. Yeah, you know what, Maria? You gonna do anything?
Let me see here. Where is she? I lost track of her.
Maria?
She's all the way up in the
Right.
corner.
No, the fishy lady. Oh, gotcha. Okay, hang on. Oh, she's gonna get shot.
Jeez.
Murder hobos
my
tonight, I
God.
guess.
She's getting,
Yeah.
she's
Fish in a
getting shot.
barrel.
Ooh,
Yeah,
we're
that
out
hit.
for blood
Both of those
tonight.
hit.
There.
So there's that moment where this thing's trying to run away, and you guys all hear this gunshot, 2 gunshots crack. And Kess, you don't hear it. You hear this muted boom, boom, and you see 2 bullets arc through the water, and as it swims away, there's just this silent noise as the bullets puncture the Sahagin, and she just lays there motionless.
Spearfishing.
Yeah, alright, combat's over. Well done.
Alright, Tess is
Kill
gonna bring all the... She literally goes out and she brings all the bodies back into the circle so that they can search them for, like, messages or hints as to why they were being attacked.
How long was that combat?
That was probably about...
A minute?
Yeah, I hate that. I'm gonna say like 15.
15
Oh.
minutes?
No way.
Yeah, no,
way.
that was about 10, I'd say. I don't like doing the 6 turns is 1 minute thing.
Well,
'cause
Sybil's still got 50
No,
minutes to be a
Oh
dragon.
yeah. So that was about 10 minutes.
It's each round is 6 seconds.
Yeah. So yeah, that was about 10 minutes.
What?
Yeah,
Max doesn't
no, I'm
like
not
that
doing
rule.
that. Yeah, no, it's stupid that all
Yeah.
of that happened in less than a minute.
So fast.
Well, anyway, Sybil's still a dragon for a while, so that's just a thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So yeah, those things you bring back all of the bodies. Kess, make an investigation check.
Sure. Somebody give her a hand, because, like, that's not her
Bori's
Oh.
gonna help. She
Oh.
wants to steal.
Yeah, I can help too. Either way.
She get advantage, or does someone else actually want to roll?
Yeah,
for
that's what do we do?
Mario.
Yeah. Anyone who wants to search, go ahead.
What are we rolling?
Investigation.
Okay.
Sybil's got big dragon
Not
hands.
great.
She's not gonna...
I'll participate.
All
He
right.
tried
Daphnis.
the conscious one.
Jesus.
We're all doing good
Wow,
here.
you're all fucking idiots.
Her nose is bleeding. She's disassociating.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
8.
Alright, there you go. Minno's got
Yeah.
Minno's got it.
So there's that one. Actually, Clive, you gonna investigate too? I don't know if I missed a roll. No.
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Why is investigation not bad at?
Okay. So you guys don't really know what you're looking at. These are various. They look like catfish in the face, thickly muscled, scaly bodies, in various states of destruction. There is the one that is unconscious, bleeding heavily, but the bleeding is quickly staunched by Daphnis, who has quickly caught on to what you wanted to do with it. Minnow, you walk around rooting through the various bodies. You pull out 6 fancy shells. One of the spears is intact. And on the one that died first, it's actually wearing armor where the others is not. And it's not elaborate, but it's very streamlined armor that is made out of some kind of metal that is very smooth and it looks like all one piece. And on that you do find a slip of some kind of parchment that was kept in a sealed pouch on it. And opening that, you see that it is instructions to attack anyone who's passing through. There's no signature or anything on it, but it's clear instructions.
What language is it in?
This is in common.
Oh, okay.
So what are you guys doing?
Sybil's gonna try to read over her shoulder.
She's still a dragon.
No, hold it out, I guess, for the dragon symbol to read to.
Yeah, Navori's just like, okay, what is that?
I want to know why it's in common. She has a different voice for everyone, dudes.
Amazing.
Oh, unrelated, but it just hit me with that the background.
Oh yeah.
It's Monster Hunter.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, so what is it?
Well, instructions to attack anybody who would pass through here. That's not normal. She looks over at Daphnis, because all she knows is this is wrong, and
Yeah, Daphnis has his brows furrowed and... Yeah, that's new. I knew that they were being kind of mercenaries recently, but this is... Banditry's new of them.
So they're not cultists?
No. Sahagin aren't very... They're not really... They're impressionable, but not really smart.
you could understand them, Navori?
Like, I couldn't at first, but then I could. It was really weird.
She
So-
looks over at the unconscious one thoughtfully.
Yeah, Navori kind of looks over too. He's like, I mean, I could see if you want to try to get him to talk, if I could, like, understand what he's saying, but
I
don't know
could
if
try
I
to
can
pin him
talk
down.
back. Yeah? Navori's like, she's kind of confused about this. Like, she's like, I don't know how this happened. I don't know what to do about it.
Daphnis is looking at you, Navori. I mean, it would probably be good to interrogate a bit.
I mean, sure, like, I'm down for it if I can still understand them for whatever fucking reason.
Let's find out before that goes away, whatever it is.
Sybil's gonna go over and put her big old dragon claw just on this guy's torso. Like, not to kill him, just so that when they revive him, he doesn't fucking run.
Okay. When you apply the pressure, there's this gurgling noise, and it lifts its head a little bit, and as Daphnis approaches, he leans down and just smacks it across the face, and this wakes it up, and it looks around, a panicked look on its face, looking down at the claw on its chest, trying to tug it away, but to no avail.
Sybil looks at Nave.
Yeah, Navori's just like, I don't know how to talk to it.
Just say words. Just say words.
Hey,
Not those words!
Navori's just like, what do you fucking want me to do?
Maybe ask it if it knows where it got those orders from.
You know where you got those orders from?
Minnow steps forward and shows the paper to the thing too while Navori's talking.
Navori, make a persuasion or intimidation.
Oh
If
my
she makes
gosh.
intimidation, can I help her?
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out. Okay, alright. She's gonna do intimidation.
To help, Sybil's just kind of dribble acid onto the sand next to its head.
Oh my god. So does she get advantage now?
Yeah, she gets advantage now.
Oh, wow!
Jeez.
Cursed image.
She's got
You had one job!
well,
It just looks.
rolls don't look good.
It looks at the paper and then looks at you, Navori, and looks at the paper. And it doesn't say anything. It just continues to struggle against Sybil's claws.
I don't think that worked.
No, I don't
Alright.
think it worked either.
Yes, is gonna come over.
Okay.
All right, and she's gonna walk over, and she's gonna lean down, and she's gonna look at it. She's gonna roll intimidation.
Okay.
With but a look out of her two shark heads. Oh wait, no, she doesn't have two shark heads.
Yeah,
Never
just
mind.
her
many.
rows of shark teeth.
Yeah.
When you crouch down near it, the struggling ceases and it looks over at you. And it looks at the paper. And you see the equivalent of the color drained from its face. The eyes droop. And you hear this gurgling, throaty noise. It's like, and Navori, you hear this guttural, just obeying orders, following instructions by tall men.
Navori has this weird look, and she's like, tall men. Okay,
Do not hurt me. Do not hurt.
And Cass looks at Nave, and she says, "Ask it where."
Wait. Well, Navori relays this before, and then she's like, I mean, I can't. Okay. Where are these tall men?
It just looks at you, not comprehending.
Yeah, Navori's just like, I can't talk to it. Like, I'm just talking normal. I can understand it. I don't talk.
Maybe
Why
you
do you
just have to look deep inside yourself, you know?
Cass is gonna pull out a map,
Okay.
like just to use as it's not a map of like here.
Yeah.
But then she gestures at the map, and then she like gestures at the water, and it's like, where?
Wait. Do you have a map of the area?
No. She's got like a normal ass map, and she's like, she's using it as a prop to be like, I'm looking for a location.
Okay. It takes a minute for it to really dawn on what you're trying to convey.
Yeah,
But
she's patient.
yeah, regardless of how stupid this thing is, it does catch on. And it's also caught on to the fact that talking is good. It's healthy for it at this point. So it just says Black Citadel Traveling Village. Don't know where they make home.
Okay, it said Navori like takes a moment to try to like repeat it in her head since it was sort of broken, and she's like, Black Citadel, traveling village, don't know where they make home.
Looking for pictures Pictures. Yes, pictures.
Looking for pictures. What?
Hey, guys, I just want to know why we're speaking to this thing.
To figure
Can
out
it
what the
understand common, though? It's got a letter in common.
I mean, you would think it would have reacted to us earlier if it could understand common.
This is not the one that was holding the letter.
Oh, okay. Well, Sybil's dumb as shit.
Yeah, that's fair.
What sort? Do you know any sort of pictures? Like, what the heck's this black citadel in a traveling village? She's sort of looking at Daphnis and Minnow, like they might have any idea what this thing's talking about.
Does any of that sound like a
No.
slang term? Okay.
No. Daphnis
A
just
slang
shrugs.
term?
I mean, I've heard of citadels, but not a black citadel or anything.
Maybe it's a
Okay,
cult thing.
well, if Kess wanted to know where the tall guys were that are given the orders, apparently it's at a black citadel, I guess.
Well, alright, that's something to look for then, huh?
Yeah, and like, it doesn't seem that smart, but it also doesn't want us to hurt it anymore.
Yeah, I think that's obvious.
Yeah, so Navori's kind of looking at Cass, like wondering if Cass is just gonna murder it after they're done talking to it. Like,
Daphnis is looking at it and tapping his pole arm or his glaive. He has one end and drumming up against the haft of it, and he looks thoughtful.
Cass looks at Daphnis, and she's like, and then she looks at the rest of the party, and she's like, so what are the odds if we let this go? Is that it will take us somewhere useful?
I mean, we're looking for Minnow's brother. Do you think he might have got attacked by these guys too? Is there any way to like indicate if they're like taking people to this black citadel? Like, I'm not,
You could ask.
Sybil, like,
Just
"Yeah, so
pantomime,
can
like,
you."
just pantomime, like, I'm holding him, first of all, so I can't pantomime anything.
Probably make.
It's charades!
Okay, let me hold on.
Draw a picture in the sand.
Navori's got minor illusion. What could she do with this?
Actually, Minna might try something to after Namori.
Well, would she be able to sort of like make a little, like, make various things with minor illusion, like
Sad
What are
chibi
various
theater.
things?
like vague sort of fish guy bringing someone's, like, holding someone's arm, and then a different one of, I don't know, a big black tower, and then she kind of shrugs, like, are you doing this?
Minor image just makes a single static image, so
Okay, well, like, I was thinking that she'd do it once and it sees and then change it into something else, and then
okay, yeah. So yeah, you do that a few times, and yeah, I'll let you an approximation of it
I need to mute my neighbors.
just rolling around.
What?
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, so you make an approximation of like the fishman grabbing. I like to think these are all kind of stick figures in the air.
Yeah, they're whatever she can do.
Yeah, they're nothing super elaborate. It's just using like quick and dirty, grabbing something and then pulling the person away, and the fishman looks at it and then looks at you and shakes its head a few times. No, we don't take. We take things, not people. No, just things.
Okay, so they don't take people, but they do take things. You know what? I wonder if the Black Citadel is where these fucking cultists are. If they're taking things and the cultists are looking for things, you know?
I thought we were all at that general consensus.
Well, we don't know if they're the same. Whatever.
It's called the Black Citadel. It sounds so evil.
Sure.
Kess says nothing, but she looks inclined to agree. That all being said,
We got anything else we want to do with this, or can I?
can you
Can you
let you
what?
cut out?
No, Daphnis just said, we done with it, or can I just get rid of it now?
We're
Are you
really...
gonna kill it?
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, it would be useful if it would lead us to this place that none of us have ever heard of that might be, you know, where all the cultists are that you're trying to get rid of.
I don't know if it knows where that is. I think it just knows that's where the orders came from. I think we should just let it go, and we should continue looking for Minos' brother.
Letting it go is a noble idea, but I don't think that's a good idea.
Are you concerned it will bring others?
Yeah, you know, sort of my job to make sure this area is safe, so you fail a little bit, you make sure it doesn't happen again.
Well, it isn't my jurisdiction.
Yeah, Kess isn't gonna stop him. She just.
yeah, I mean, I'm not thrilled, but I'd rather not waste time.
Alright, count of 5. Anyone objections? 5, 4,
It's a QT!
3, 2. He looks at you, Minnow.
She just curt nod her head and she's gonna look away from that.
Right, okay. Sybil, why don't you move your big claw there?
Sybil moves her big claw.
He spins his glaive around and just cuts the thing's neck, and its head is just severed from its body. And I feel better. How about you guys? You feel better?
Not
Nope.
really.
Not at all.
This is a low point.
Yeah, well, I guess I've just been needing a bit of an outlet. Anyway, so, who's ready to continue on?
Yay.
Yeah. Let me go get the seahorses. I'm gonna have to take the bubble away, so everyone get your necklaces going. Sybil, are you good like that, or?
I really don't know. We'll figure out, won't we?
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I'll assist with gathering the mounts.
Thanks.
Is
and he-
Maria's nose still bleeding, by the way?
Yes.
Sybil's just gonna go press her snoot up to Maria's face.
Your nostril is almost bigger than my head.
Yeah, just take care of that. And she just kind of like
Wait,
flicks
what?
her snout and smears Maria's face.
Good.
Ugh.
Yes, thank you. That helps immensely.
Wait,
You're
are you
welcome.
okay, Maria?
She like sniffs and wipes her nose on her sleeve, basically. Fine. Yes, completely normal.
The Mori's gonna look her over. Is she hurt? Is there any weird shit going on there?
She looks a little peaked. She looks a little pale or a little tired, but she doesn't look hurt.
Okay. Yeah, Navori just kind of squints at Maria and is like, you tell me if something's weird and I'll see if I can fix it.
The moment I sense any internal hemorrhaging, you will be my first call.
Good.
Daphnis looks around. All right, everyone, good for talking for right now. Don't want to interrupt any heartfelt moments or. Sorry, I'm being kind of snippy.
Yeah, you
Everyone-
good?
Yeah, no, just a little.
You hungry or something?
No, I just had to kill a thing, so gets
You-
you a little.
You know, if you need to do some push-ups or
Nothing
something.
heartfelt.
I mean, a lot of them just fucking died. So.
Yeah, gets the blood up. Clive, I think you get it, right? Yeah.
Whereas,
Mori just kind of blinks, like as though all of them have never killed a thing.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, get to an outlet.
Ah.
Force comes toward. If you can keep it going for like another 30 minutes, we can get somewhere that we can end early.
I'm not in the best position, but I'm at my wall outlet with my phone plugged in.
All right, you gonna pull a
Sitting in the corner of my room.
Nina? Wasn't that what you had to do?
No,
No.
I dragged the thing over. That's like that he. I know your thing reaches that far. Like the.
Yeah,
God, I can't
guess-
remember like
well,
the
I
name.
put the power strip up because
That's
the
it.
dog kept trying to chew on it.
Ah.
So I guess I could get it back out.
You do have a
Puppy
little
destruction.
electrician now, yeah.
Yeah. No worries. All right, yeah, we'll just push on.
Yeah, I'm good. I can.
Okay.
I'm sitting on the floor. My dog's right here.
Everything's good. All right. So yeah, Daphnis just. All right, I'm gonna pull it up. 3, 2, 1, and he walks over and grabs a little object that he'd thrown down into the center bubble, and when he picks it up, there's the sound of rushing water as the bubble slowly pulls in on you guys, and the water comes pouring in. And shortly after, you are underwater once more. You feel that
Sybil's
tightness in your
wings
lungs.
just kind of go out, and she starts slowly drifting.
She's her own smiley boy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that familiar or unfamiliar, but probably getting a little familiar tightness. You briefly reacclimate to breathing water. And Daphnis and Minnow, Minnow, you and Daphnis spend the next few minutes gathering up the mounts that had gone to hide under the various corals. These are trained mounts to leave and get somewhere safe, but not too far away. They come dragging the mounts back, and you guys all have the chance to mount back up and continue on your journey. Is anyone going to object, or just keep going until you reach your destination?
Yeah, party time, right on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. As you continue going, in the distance you are able to spot another point of light. It's not nearly as bright as Duhearth, which you left behind, but the kind of steady, pale glow of it does resemble the aura that was around Duhearth proper. It is the light of some sort of civilization. And you are crossing through the sandy coral cliffs. And eventually you kind of come out onto an open sandy plain where there are small coral outcrops growing in strange patterns upwards, but not making the cliffs, and they're more like sparsely populated, like individual trees almost. And you approach the edge where you see another one of these bubbles, and within it you see what is clearly a small village. Daphnis looks back at you guys and gestures at you, and then gestures at the bubble. And swims over to it. He hops off the mount, swimming the rest of the way. And as he does so, he points to what looks like a little, oh, what the fuck is that? He points to a little hitching post, it looks like, at the edge of the bubble. It's pretty much, yeah, just a hitching post. It is a series of wooden things, or things that look like wood, planted into the sand, where he swims around and ties his mount up to it, and then gestures for you guys to come in so he can help do the same. Do you guys all help tie up your mounts, or
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright,
Get off and appreciate the smiley boy.
okay.
Yeah.
They are exceedingly calm now that you've gotten a handle. Sybil, what are you gonna do?
Sybil kind of sits outside of the bubble looking confused for a moment, and then she kind of pokes her head in.
I just imagine Mario beckoning her in, like, come on, come on.
Yeah, Daphnis is on the other side of the bubble, which is just dry land once more. And he looks up, and I don't know how good of an idea it is to come in looking like that.
Yeah, you know, I
Can't
was
you,
thinking
like... Can't you
Mhm.
not?
Well, you know, funny thing is, I kind of just panicked, and so, like, this is my first time, and I just don't really know what I'm doing.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Yeah, the first time's always weird.
Yeah.
It's confusing, and, yeah.
I don't really remember what my hands feel like. I don't remember how, like, I know I had hands, but I don't. Yeah.
So, okay, Nelda's taught me this, and he looks over at you, Minnow. I'm gonna come hit you to distract you from whatever. It's not gonna be hard, just, you know, he walks over and just punches you on the arm, or on, like, the foreleg slightly. Where is it? There it is. He rolled a 20.
Okay, that hits.
Okay.
I don't know what I do for my concentration check, though.
You roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, what is my concentration? Okay. A 1.
Okay, yeah. So,
what happens is...
Yeah.
what happens is, Daphnis punches her, and it's just like, poof! and it's just Sybil floating through the water, just kind of careening off to the side.
Well, I imagine that Navori was still in the water, like, using her wings to sort of flap around like fins, like the smiley boy.
I would note, you don't have, water breathing on you.
Oh, so the things stopped working?
On Sybil, she never had it on. Dragons can breathe underwater.
Well, Sybil had it on before she was a dragon.
It wore off. You didn't reactivate it, so...
Sybil is... Okay, so what happens is you see Sybil, careening slowly to the side through the water, and then very quickly begins flailing because she can't fucking breathe, dude!
Navori's gonna grab her. She was out there. Navori, like, holds her hand over Sybil's mouth, like, stop! Stop it! And then she kind of swims with her into the bubble.
Oh my god.
Daphnis is just like...
immediately vomits salt water.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mario's
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna pat her on the back, just gently.
Why did you do that? I could've died!
I mean... Yeah, you coulda. Sorry about that. You're fine.
It's okay.
Yeah, you're fine. Minnow, tell her she's fine.
Are you gonna be alright, Sybil?
So, just as a note, Sybil, standing, like, legs out, like she just gotten off a horse, arms akimbo at her sides, hair in her face, drenched, and she just goes, yes!
Navori,
It's fine!
Navori's like patting her back.
Yeah, Mario too,
She
just
pushes her hair
worriedly.
out of her face and
Well, hey, you just learned a valuable lesson. If you get hit, maybe you'll stop being a dragon sometimes.
You know, I don't think that's what she's focused on right now.
I'm just saying, there's always a bright side to these things.
Yes, the silver lining of not being a dragon.
Yeah. See?
I love it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Let's go.
Yeah. He looks to you, Kess, giving you this, huh? Now this makes sense. Um.
Cass and
just
her
standing-
idiot diaper babies.
Cass is just standing there with like her arms folded, waiting for the shenanigans to be done.
Tucker him out.
All right. Well, let's go. And he turns and starts heading towards the lodge. It is small. Wow, my music stopped. That's nice.
Yeah, the thing left.
Yeah, he's not here.
He's shy. Like 5 minutes ago.
There we go. Yeah. So the village is just that. It's small. In fact, it's not much larger than the abandoned villages that you cross through in Barovia, though there is one significant distinction. This one's clearly has people living in it. The buildings that you begin to pass slowly, that are on the very outcropping of this little village, are constructed out of the same coral that you've been seeing all around you. Making the buildings a variety of pastel colors that pop out to the eye. It is a dim blue color in here. It's like the whole world has been washed out in a like sea blue teal kind of filter. There isn't really anyone wandering the streets that are made out of sand that you guys are now tromping, but you do see the glow of lights coming from within the relatively humble little homes that make up this fishing village. And Daphnis is walking around. So this is the closest one to the city. I was going to stop by here anyway, so might as well see if the nerd Neldas is here.
Neuraldis.
Nervous.
Yeah, alright. Let's see. He's not really the sort to... I don't know. Minnow, where do you think he would come in this sort of place? He's not really into the small folk, as he calls them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not pleased with that either, but is gonna move past that. She's gonna look around. And is there anything like outpost, get supplies, any sort of thing like that?
Make a perception check.
Okay. Well, he wouldn't waste time here. If anything, it would be supplies if he had any difficult time like we did.
There's nothing to do with the depth watcher here, is there?
I'm not sure. Could you roll for that too? Because perception is poop. 11.
Yeah, you can roll history as well.
Okay. Fantastic.
Yeah. You're looking around and you can't remember this village very well. But it is relatively small, so you do see what looks like could be a shop of some sort. It has the door open. And there are the sounds of people coming from within. And it's not too far off from where you are.
Would Navori be able to make, like, religion check to check for temple? Like if there's a small temple
Yeah.
anywhere? Or...
Yeah. And
Temple
actually,
senses.
Cass, can you make one too?
Yeah, sure.
A whole average.
Actually, Cass, hold on, give me a second. I gotta have your character sheet up. God damn it. Because I forget the name of some things. Yeah, just make a religion check. Okay. Navori, you don't see anything that resembles temple ground. Kess, you feel a kind of worship that happens here. You get the sense that there's some form of belief around here. Just like as a latent feeling, but that's about it.
All right, where she'll put her fucking divine sense to use.
Okay.
Sniff out that hollowed ground.
Yeah. So there's that soft pulse that comes off of you, and you are keenly aware that off to the western part of the village, not too far from you, is hollowed ground.
She's gonna start walking in that direction.
Okay.
Navari's following Cass.
And as you begin to walk, you hear from within the shop, "What do you mean that you will not give me things for free?"
Oh my god.
Ooh.
It's gonna just like draw up in a halt.
Yeah, Navari kind of stops too, and she's like,
She just
that
turns her
sounds
head.
like someone entitled. She just starts
Wow, that guy sounds like a. Sybil says very loudly, wow, that guy sounds like a douchebag.
Navari said that
Minnow.
correctly to Cass.
I smell the bourgeoisie.
Oh yeah, Minnow, you know who this is. You're not quite used to him using that sort of tone, but you know that voice.
Uh-huh. The inward sighing.
Yeah. Do you know who I am? And you see this older Triton, that just kind of has a droopy fins all over his face, slowly pushing a young Triton out. He has orange fins with black spots in them over his head, and like these black outlines around them. And in the face, he's much like Minnow, but much more serious looking. He looks like the sort that has his eyebrows painted at a downward slant, and his mouth is made for worried frowns.
Aw.
Or not worried, irritated frowns.
I would just like to say that if Minnow's brother is just going on about how, do you know who I am? Like, Navori's just kind of like she has her back to him, but to Kess, she's like imitating like she's talking. She has her arms crossed and this scrunched up pouty face, and she's like sort of stage
I am
whispering
just
things,
trying
like,
to help you people. How dare you kick me out? I am just trying to gather information. My father will hear about this.
Oh my god!
Okay, alright.
Uh,
Minnow's like turned on a heel by this point towards that nagging voice, and in primordial, she shouts, Neldas, you washed up blobfish.
Woo! I'm so
And
happy
she's
Mario speaks
storm.
it.
yeah, Navori does.
so does Sybil!
She just storms to her brother.
Navori's
Please-
like,
Please grab him by the face.
Yes!
At your call, he straightens his back quickly and looks around and mother. Oh,
covers her mouth and she's trying not to die laughing.
Minnow Lewin, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
I'm just trying to help these people.
Don't.
What?
Yes, people.
Yes, people. Good sir, you have my apologies. I got a little heated. I will leave you to your night now. And you see the old man just turn around and shut the door. And you guys see Nelda's turn, grip his elaborate tunic by the neck, straighten it out. And, hello, sister.
No, Ness. It's been quite some time.
Yes, it has. It's been quite some time. I'm surprised to see you back already.
Yes, and I have words for that later. For now, what are you doing? Exactly.
Who are those
Why would
people?
you come by yourself?
Who are those people?
Friends? That, oh my god, being a mean minnows is hard.
Nelda's is friend. I see. Brought your friends with you. Very well. Daphnis. Daphnis just... That's Sir Herulin to you. Behave. Nerd.
Sybil has her arm clapped onto Maria's shoulder, and Maria can feel her fingers tense because Sybil is trying so hard to be, like, decent.
Yeah, Navori's like grinning with her awful sharp teeth at some of these things, and she's just like...
There's a muscle jumping in Maria's face, but she's not gonna move.
I would like to point out for Nellis, he's a shorty. He's shorter than Navori, but looks like he's older than Nino. So he's a short,
so
angry middle child. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, he's 5 foot even.
Yeah.
So
Not
Tiny!
yeah.
Washed up blobfish.
Yeah, that was good.
Wow.
Cass doesn't speak primordial, so she missed it.
just angry noises.
Yeah, I like to think primordial sounds. It sounds like German to the untrained ear, as in angry all the time.
Yes.
So hearing like an angry tone in it was very jarring coming from Minnow. And Elda's just.
Okay,
Yes, well.
Oh, sorry, never mind.
Yeah, I am trying to help these people. I think they are. This is not the place to discuss these things. Let us find somewhere more private.
Why, you left all your work open in the library for anyone to come along and...
And he hadn't even looked at you, Cass, but now when he does, you see him look out like he's expecting to see someone at eye level.
Oh, buddy.
You're still standing a few feet away, but then you see his eyes have to shift up. Yes, well, I'd rather not worry the people of this village. Please, can we go somewhere quieter? If you found me, it means that... Can we just go somewhere quieter?
Cass just makes an elaborate motion with her hand and, like, gives him a mock back.
Minnow looks to Daphnis. Do you know a place we can go here?
Yeah, I know a place. Come on.
So as they're walking,
Uh-huh.
Sybil's just gonna come up to Neldis, right? And she's gonna get low, like, you know how not to talk to short people. And she's gonna be like, oh, hey, buddy, it's so nice to meet Minnow's younger brother. My name's Sybil.
I'm older than her.
Oh. Well, you've got, you look
Please
good
don't-
for your age.
Please don't,
Oh my god.
please don't speak to me.
Oh, it's too late, pal.
He just walks straight
I'm
back.
already doing it.
He's just walking. He's not paying attention to you.
Sybil begins to... No, she's not gonna. Never mind. You can see the desire to be shitty. She's got her hands out, fingers splayed, and she just curls them into fists and brings them to her mouth.
Yeah, Navori kind of looks over at Sybil like, yeah, I know that. I know.
Daphnis leads you guys slightly out of the village. It's closer to the seahorses where everything's hitched up, mostly just because that's away from everything. And he crosses his arms and, all right, this is as good as it gets. Spill, kid. Neldis just, I'm older than you too. Right, so first of all, it's good to see you again, Minolawin. I wasn't expecting to see you home so soon. Did you have a good time with our aunt?
She just like, she is so mad.
I want to insight
But-
check Neldis.
Okay.
Sorry, continue. I'm gonna do that in the background.
Aunt Ardahin is doing well.
Natural 20 for siblings.
Yeah.
Sybil, you recognize this. It is that moment where you've been in this position, actually, where the younger sibling is dressing you down, and you know you deserve it, but god damn it, you're gonna be obstinate.
Oh my god.
I'm glad to hear that she's doing well. I was hoping that you two would have a good time together.
You know, that's not what you told me when you sent me off, and we will talk about that later. I will have you know that what you sent me there for, I might have information for that.
Oh. Well, I'm sure I'm sure Aunt Ardahin told you a good deal about what I was hoping for you to learn while there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Yes, we'll have to have that conversation then.
Right.
Yes. Anyway, hello. I am Neldis. I am Minolawin's older brother. Second in line, or I am first in line for our father's position. And I don't know why I'm telling you that.
Sorry, Navori's she has this look like, yeah, here we go with the titles. Tell us who your dad is and your mom is and your line and what order you are to take whatever fucking position you want. She just has this look like she knows where this is going.
Sybil, you also are able to tell he's trying to, like, puff himself up. Minnow, he's trying to pufferfish himself up. Actually, you can all see this. He is not an intimidating boy. And he is very clearly trying to make himself intimidating. It doesn't help. As you said, you saw my research, and I took notice. Let me start from the beginning. I was in charge of running the cultural relations with the order that has been waging war alongside the Earth, or were Minolowin, that's a little bit of an update I don't think you would have heard. The Earth Elementals and us are in peace again. We signed a truce. It did not stop their old compatriots from harassing us, but... yes, I was in charge of cultural relations with them before they violently expelled me from the talks.
Can't imagine why.
And, yes, I believe that they are looking for things, and I believe looking for it's here. Or was, rather. I don't know. I've been searching and have been unable to find anything, and I left in such a hurry. Well, because because I thought it was the proper thing to do.
You can just feel the entire party staring at him judgmentally.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, here's the thing though. Sybil's expression has changed throughout the course of this conversation to the point where it was like, haha, you're a stupid little, like, angry nerd. To, like, she almost, like, she's very good at hiding it. But she kind of pities this kid.
Yes, I believe they were looking for things relating to the Depth Watcher. Yes, I believe that's what they were searching for. And this village, has a bit of a, well, cult would be a bit of a loaded word. They have what I believe to be a priest of the Depth Watcher here, and I simply wanted to speak to him. Are you all just going to keep staring at me?
Well, I mean, you were talking, so just figured
Mhm.
you'd tell us when you were done.
Well, I would hope that you would carry yourself a little better than harassing shopkeepers.
It's been a rough day.
Did you get attacked by fish guys too?
I did, yes. I ran, as I am not properly equipped to engage in combat with so many Sahagin.
Hey, you don't have to explain. That's reasonable.
Yeah, thank you. I do think I know my own limits, oftentimes. But yes, I was irritated, and the villagers here have been rather inhospitable.
Have you been
No,
polite?
Rory looks like she has a thing to say, and she doesn't know if she's gonna say it or not.
That might be your approach. Would you like help looking for this information? Because it sounds like our
Yeah.
goals align.
I'm a personable kind of person.
And what goals may those be? Not simply going to associate with people because my sister...
All right, Kess picks him up by the scruff.
Make a strength check.
Oh my god.
Could she have advantage? Just because.
You know what? Yeah, because
All right.
She can pick up Navori. She can pick up this guy.
There you go.
Does she need
Okay, well.
advantage?
yeah,
Nope.
he was mid-word when Kess, you just walk over and grab him by the back of the neck. You get like a fistful of the verdant cloak that he's wearing, and he... Yeah, excuse you! And he's just kicking and flailing.
Oh my god.
Kess like lifts him up to her level.
Miniluin, I see Daphnis gave you one of the war helms. He just smiles, like sheepish smile.
Hey, listen. He's like, Sybil looks at Cass and she's just like, kind of making a like cut it out motion. She's like, come on.
He looks like a dejected puppy. He's just kind of hanging there now.
All right, and Kess like sets him back down on his feet,
Thank you.
and she doesn't say anything. She pats him on the shoulder.
It he gets pushed a little bit by it.
We
and and then like makes a motion for him to continue talking.
I forgot what I was saying.
We have a vested interest in stopping and investigating these cultists as well, is what I was driving at.
Fantastic. Minolawin? Do you vouch for your friends?
I do.
Don't take that tone with...
She just raises a brow.
He takes a deep breath, closes his eyes, looks at you, Cass, looks away.
Kess looks at him. She hasn't said anything yet, but she's, within grabbing range.
Always watching.
Daphnis is just sitting back there, arms crossed, a smile on his lips.
He's enjoying the show.
Yeah, he's loving
He
this.
likes popcorn.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just, not Daphnis, Nelda's is... Well, yes, that's fantastic then. I have every reason to believe they are looking for some sort of religious iconography. The irony here is that the Depth Watcher is not necessarily a religious figure, so much as it's a great being of power that the villagers, or some villagers I should say, worship, despite the fact that it is quite outlawed. Not that I really care personally, but...
It is more like devotees of a hero of some kind to them.
I wouldn't call it a hero. But
Yeah,
the
but
concept is
our-
similar, yes.
That might have some credence, given the way the divine works.
Yes. I think that is indeed the thought process here. I don't know why the Order is seeking such things, but I have every reason to believe, based on what they've said, that they are searching for this sort of thing.
And you said you believe that there is a priest or some sort of officiant of the Depth Watcher here?
Yes, I believe so.
Do you know anything about a Black Citadel?
No, that's not exactly... It's a bit descriptive, and I would hope it's not the name of a place, because that's rather boring, but yes, no, I don't know anything. Black Citadel.
Okay.
Well, I don't
What?
see why we shouldn't help you then.
May I have your names, actually?
I told you my name.
Yes, you did. No one else did, though.
Maria.
I'm Nivori.
He looks at you, Clive, and Cass.
Kess purses her lips.
He just looks at you, Clive.
Sorry, what was that? I missed like the last 10 seconds. Dog was barking.
Oh, Nelda's just looked at you and asked for your name.
Oh,
Pupper.
name's Clive. And this is Boon.
Right, yes, that is important.
Yes.
He looks at Boon and his eyes widen, because Boon is...
Not a slug.
Yeah, Boon is also... He looks like something else right now, man. He, is normally this giant ball
Yeah,
of...
oh no.
And now he is... You see Boon's true form. And he's huge underneath the fur. but he's not nearly as big as he is, when the fur's all puffed up.
Oh.
Sybil says he can't speak common and he's usually bigger.
Great. Bigger. Is he... Minolowin is... I don't want to be rude, but is he a dog?
Yes, that is a dog.
Wow. This is the first time I've ever seen one.
He is a good boy.
Yes, they're quite adorable.
Boon, like, kind of puffs himself up.
No. Much
Damn
as he
right
can.
I'm a good boy.
It is a pleasure to meet you all. Yes, I am Minno's brother, Nelda's. Nelda's Daharath. Yes. Apologies for my earlier outburst. I am a bit frazzled, and I will endeavor to be much more pleasant going forward. And he slides his eyes over to you, Kess, and then over to you, Minnow. And just watches you, Minnow, briefly.
She gives a curt nod, like, good.
Sybil kind of looks between the two.
Anyway, I have not really determined where to start looking yet. It's a bit late, and most of the villagers are not terribly pleased to be bothered this late in the evening.
No, why don't we make a plan to divide the village between us in the morning?
Oh, the morning. I don't have anywhere to stay.
Is there not
Is there an inn?
No. Daphnis just... Yeah, this is... I think there's like maybe 50 people total. They don't need an inn here.
Yes, fair.
It's literally just a small fishing village.
Oh well, we could camp on the outskirts.
Camp? What?
With
Yeah.
tents?
Yeah. Never do that before.
No!
New experience.
I don't want that experience.
You should have the experience.
I don't want it though.
Doesn't matter.
It'll be
Minalowen,
fun!
Well, the first time for everything, and wouldn't it be great to have the experience? The knowledge?
We can sing campfire songs wherever the hell you guys make
do
down
not
here.
appreciate being patronized.
I'm being completely serious, actually.
Yes, no, I feel like you are being completely serious. Minalowen, you're being rather rude. Is this... Yes, camping sounds wonderful.
Alright.
Wonderful.
Yay.
Yes, just show me what I can do, and I will lend my aid.
Yeah, let's find a spot.
Alright.
Right. I'm regretting this, actually. I fucking hate the open water, guys, not gonna lie.
Well, I mean, we're not gonna camp in the water.
Even if you're in a bubble, you're still in the water. It's just
Well, if you stay in the tent, you don't have to think about it.
Are we ever really inside?
My nose already bled once tonight. I don't want to do it again.
When you're inside, you're just inside something that's outside already when you think about it, and that's not comforting to me in this situation.
But it does explain a lot about dimensional travel.
Does it?
Maria just spaces out.
Huh. Weird. And he walks away a little bit and starts standing around a little awkwardly.
Okay, well, I'm looking for a spot.
Yeah.
You with me, Clive? Nefari goes to look for a spot.
Okay.
Sybil, walks over to Nildis and goes to clap her on the shoulder, doesn't, and is like, come on, come watch, you're gonna learn a valuable lesson.
he follows, and yeah, you guys swiftly find a little spot that is big enough to set up camp. Daphnis holds up a finger and give me 1 second, and he goes and steps outside the bubble, and comes back with a rather large bundle. And he opens it up and says, "Yeah, so since we're taking the war horses out, they kind of come standard with camping gear, because you know, like I said originally, I was going to be coming out here anyway. So this works out well. We get tents, or at least we have like 2.
Nice.
And yeah, it should be okay, right, nerd? And please stop.
He's getting bullied.
And yeah, Minnow, this is new. Daphnis was never really. He's always been the teasing sort, but him like feeling confident enough to go at Nelda's like this is pretty new.
Yeah, also, the name drop earlier in title, is that new for her too?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she picked up on that. Okay.
And you guys spend a little bit of time setting up camp. He tries to help and just totally gets in the way.
Minnow tries to teach him where he attempts.
After the 3rd time of failing to tie a knot, he just throws it down and stands up with a huff and, "You can do it without me."
Or you could keep trying.
He goes back to trying.
Oh.
So yeah, there are 2 tents that are able to be set up. They are clearly meant for a single occupant each, but you could squeeze in 2. They're fairly simple. They're mostly just coverings, really, with little flaps on them. There are a few bedrolls. There's about 3 of those.
What's the temperature like out here?
Very nice.
Oh, it's balmy.
Yeah, it's humid and balmy. It's, you know, under the sea, so it's kind of humid.
that figures.
Yeah.
Yeah. Devori's like, I don't need anything. You guys can,
Yeah.
you know, split up that stuff.
Sybil
is
doesn't
gonna-
really know what to do, so she just lays down face down in the sand when they're done.
Cass asks if she can borrow, wow, my brain has, yep. Daphnis' spear, and she's gonna go see if she can catch some fish.
Okay.
Perfect.
He's like, "Oh, yeah, I mean, hold on. I've got one better suited for non-martial stuff." And he's like, "Come here." And he gestures for you to follow him.
Yeah, she goes.
And he leads you over to the place where the steeds are hitched up, and he steps outside the bubble real quick, being much more used to, you know, just wandering in and out, and grabs a small bundle of just sharpened sticks, really. And he steps back in, shaking off, and here, yeah, take like 3 of these. I'll help.
Sounds good. And she's gonna go spear fishing.
Okay. Yeah. Kess, you and Daphnis spend the better part of like an hour spearfishing together. You have to get into the water and swim around a bit. But
Yeah,
since this is a fishing village, it stands to reason that it's in a good spot for fish. It very clearly seems like the villagers around here have the water baited to attract fish pretty much consistently.
Nice.
Obviously can't tell how it's done, but the fish are consistent and coming around often enough for you to catch a small handful. Between the 2 of you, you catch about 8.
Nice. Time to cook some fish.
Yeah. And while Kess and Daphnis are gone, Nelda's is looking around and... Well done. Yes, well done, everybody.
Devori just kind of giggles.
Sybil gives Nave a look.
I mean, it's not like a wow, you're a nerd kind of giggle. It's just, you know, a sort of Hey,
Yeah.
you said we did good, kind of giggle.
Oh, okay. Then she doesn't.
Maria looks at Naldus and is just like, see, it wasn't so bad, was it?
Of course not. I was simply...
You're already 1/3 of the way through camping. You've succeeded so far.
Good
You
to
gotta be
know.
bad at something before you get good at it.
That is quite an astute observation. Thank you. I feel enlightened, having
I
heard
don't
it.
think you really know.
I know quite well. Anyway. Minaluin, I believe we should speak for a bit, no? Shadow.
I forgot my push to talk. God damn it. I have. Okay. Yes. I think so.
Very well. Let us go over here. And he leads you a little bit of ways away. Not too far.
Mm-hmm.
As there's not much room between, there's room between the camp and the village, but there's not much room in between, sort of thing. He just looks at you and, welcome home.
Thank you. And that's when she, like, her body isn't showing it, but she, like, just, the tears start flowing.
He stands rigid before taking a few steps and kind of awkwardly looking like, all right, let's do this. And
You
just
don't-
offers a hug.
She looks over to make sure nobody's looking. Nothing really matters, but she'll...
Sybil is trying not to look.
I was just gonna say, Maria, like, is now looking somewhere else.
Yeah, it's like casual. Oh, we weren't looking. It's fine.
Sybil
Look at
and
those
Sybil and
fish.
Neighbor just playing tic-tac-toe in the sand.
Yeah.
But she wraps an arm around first, but then it's like tight bear hug.
When did you get strong?
That's what happens when I'm away for a year. On different planes, different people, different... A lot has gone on. And a lot has gone on here. Huh?
Yes, and one would hope that a lot has gone on in the span of a year. It is good to see that you are unharmed and even a bit better than when you left, it seems.
You too. Sarnahan said that you were injured during those negotiations. Are you, or...
Yes, I mean, it was primarily my pride, but
Oh.
yes, I did take a bit of an injury. And he gestures to one of his arms. There is a scar visible, in one of the creases between his clothing. It's nothing bad, it's healed, but... Well, one could say that I have the first taste of the warrior life.
I suppose. Not entirely enjoyable. I mean, not that war ever is, but... She's just rambling. I don't know, just hearing that... When I'm so far away... I didn't want to lose a brother, too.
Anyway, you said Aunt Ardahin informed you of something?
Just a letter. Someone sent a missive, I would assume you, to let,
Yes, I did write to at least update her. I do not wish for you to operate completely in the dark. It would be remiss to not tell you when the sister is doing well.
Yes, that's good. That's wonderful. But, Oh boy.
Minolin, I don't... Why are... It is strange seeing you not be full of bright smiles and quick words.
You left me with Lieutenant's things and nothing more. I was suddenly somewhere else. Well, apparently planned that Aunt Arnahid would find me. But I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call you a blobfish. Or any of that. I did miss you, just... That was really upsetting, you know? You could have just told me to go, and
You would not have gone.
He's right. She deflates immediately.
It was cruel, but if I told you, or even asked, you would have said no. You never left Leafadin's side. And quite frankly,
right.
one of us needed to get away from Father.
Yeah, that's seems to have changed much in a year as well.
No, it has not. It hasn't gotten worse, necessarily. Though, Daphnis has been trying to help calm things down a bit. Unfortunately, it doesn't help much, but yes, I am glad that you have made it back home.
Happy to be home, but I won't be staying. What business we have here is in line with yours, but there's much more we will have to do.
Look at that. Little sister has grown up.
Oh, she rolls her eyes.
Going to leave home all on her own.
Yes. Did you... I had Lieutenant's charm with me too.
Do you still
This
have
entire
that?
time. Yes.
Good. I think it's going to be important.
Did you find anything in regards to her? In that?
Unfortunately, no.
Mm.
But it is almost like... Well, until recently, it was like a part of her was missing. But now it seems that something's happened to make her at least functional. She didn't get worse while you were away, at least. It was always the same. Day in, day out.
That's good. I mean, good as that can be.
It's acceptable.
Yes, that's the word. Yeah, she, said that it was just in the last week. Has anything happened in the last week?
No, actually, absolutely nothing. Suspicious. Researching even. Not found anything, but I'm just using the information that I do have to try and make a judgment call. Perhaps find what the Order is looking for. Before they can find it, at least.
Right, and it's not something you need to do alone. We have retainers.
And they all answer to Father.
We have. And she already knows where this is gonna go, so she mutters, Daphnis?
I was unsure, but it seems that his nature will make him an asset in this, and he will not go tattling to Father if the rumor is correct.
What rumor is that?
Oh, that he and Father got in a bit of a spat, and unlike the old times where it was solved... good old-fashioned barbarism. It was a simple, get out of my city.
Yes, we near walked in on that.
Fantastic.
I don't like it. I don't like it, Naldus.
Yes, I would hope that you don't like it. I would be quite worried if you did like it.
It's preposterous that Father would ever think like that. He doesn't say very good things.
He is angry, and he is strict. A little too strict, in my opinion. He believes that what is written must be done, and, well... Which is to say that I don't agree with some of the decrees that have been going out lately.
I would ask, but that's a lot, I'm sure, considering
Yes.
the war times right now.
Oh, you'll hear it, I'm certain. Much of the villagers cannot stop talking about it.
Have they been seeing any of the fighting? Has any of the battle come near this village?
Not through here, no, but some of the neighboring ones. It's remained closer to Tidecrest. The fishing villages of Dewhearth have been relatively unscathed, but I believe that's because the Order, by and large, does not wish to incur Father's wrath.
They would be smart not to.
Yes, Mother has been speaking with Tidecrest to try and determine the steps. Well, you know how Mother can be.
She kind of thinks of that and a quiet nod. That would explain why I didn't see her back home.
Yes, she's been quite some time away. For the best, really.
She looks like she's not too sure about that, but isn't gonna press it right now. There's so much. There's so much going on. Her little jock brain needs to take it one thing at a time.
I don't want to leave your friends waiting.
No, of course not.
We can speak more later. Yes, it's good to see you again. Good to see you well.
It's good to see you too,
And I apologize.
I apologize too, brother.
Why do you always do that? Don't apologize. You've got nothing.
I didn't need to make more of a scene and embarrass our family name in public.
Right. Let's just go back. And he just turns to walk back to the camp. And he looks at you guys. Have you guys been doing your good old looking like you're not listening thing?
Probably.
Sybil hasn't been listening. She's actually earnestly trying not to listen.
Alright. And it's around now that Cassie, you and Daphnis return.
I want to know
Holding a bunch
Sybil's
of
gonna do
fish.
something once everyone's asleep, but
Oh my god!
Oh, good.
just for future reference.
Well, alright. Is everyone gonna settle down, eat food, and then sleep?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Guess we'll suggest shifts though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Navari's fine with that, especially since, fish people attack everybody.
Definitely.
Like,
All
they're
right.
right at the edge, so...
What are the shifts gonna look like?
Oh god, there's so many people now.
We got 2 more party members.
Do we have an even number? I'm bad at math.
She's going to not volunteer Nelda's for a shift.
He doesn't
Sam.
volunteer himself
No.
either.
Yeah.
Alright.
Mario.
He watches the
7.
whole thing with this imperious look that is masking confusion.
I think Sybil's gonna take a shift with Maria because she feels like Maria will stay out of her business when she goes to do something.
Fair enough, yeah. Mario was gonna take first shift, so that's fine.
Okay, so Sybil, Maria on first. Second.
Navori will take a shift with Cass.
Sure.
Okay.
Although, wait, aren't they the only two with dark vision? Aside from, like,
Yeah,
Minnow and...
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should split up.
Okay. Well,
Navori, Minnow, Daphnis?
sure.
I
Okay.
don't know.
Okay, yeah, that's second shift. Cass, Clive for third shift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So first shift, Sybil, what are you doing?
Sybil's gonna look at Maria and be like, I have to go pee, I'm gonna be back.
Mm-hmm.
And as she's walking away, and Maria just goes, Sybil, like, shoots her a look, like, shut up. She doesn't say shut up, but, like, that is the look that is conveyed.
Mario appears
And
to be
she
counting the fish.
walks to a very unoccupied part of the bubble and kind of rummages around her pocket and pulls out a ring. And she sort of just holds it in the palm of her hand and is like, hey, good morning? Good evening? I don't know. I'm in the plane of water right now. I guess I just wanted to know if you did anything here. And also look out for a place that pops up between spaces. Yeah, I'm sure you're doing other things, but that's a pretty big thing to look out for. Anyway, I guess that's it. Kinda just feel like I'm waiting for something. So yeah.
Was it
And she
the
just
ring?
Yeah, and she just
Okay.
kind of slowly closes her hand around the ring and pockets it again.
Okay. As you put the ring in your pocket, you hear, "Thanks for the update."
Oh my god.
The dick.
You're welcome.
By the way, I missed you.
No, you didn't.
I do right now.
Yeah, okay, bye.
Uh-huh. Bye.
As she walks back, she's just like, fuck, I wish I could break this engagement. Sybil sits down next to Maria, looks at her, and is like, do you know how to annul an engagement?
Kill the bridegroom.
I'll think about it.
Do you need help?
Maybe. That's for the future.
Fair enough. I have the sensation I've hidden bodies before. We can do it again.
Sybil blushes.
So the first shift passes without incident. Second shift, you guys gonna do anything? Nelda's is snoozing off in a corner. Daphnis is sitting there, just kind of staring off, zoning out a bit.
I mean,
Yeah, go ahead.
well, no, you go ahead. Because Navari wasn't going to do anything specific and like, interacted
Alright.
with, because it's like, she's kind of out of place here. Like,
Well, Minnow would have tried to fill the silence with that and like try to have conversations about old memories and maybe kind of shit that her and Daphnis would have gotten into.
Alright,
Being little shit kids.
for the sake of time, Navori, you learned some great stuff about Minnow.
Oh yeah. I can write it
Learning
out
the
and send it to you.
Yeah, Shadow, if you want to go ahead and write some stuff out, that'd be awesome.
Amazing.
Definitely, I'll do that.
Navori's probably really impressed and surprised.
Minnow and fake her. Don't tell anyone.
Navori's like, I can keep secrets.
But that shift passes without incident. Cass Clive, you gonna do anything?
No.
Silently stare into the ocean.
Clive, you gonna do
Joke.
anything, or are you guys just gonna amicable silence?
Silence.
What was that?
Yeah, silence is fine.
Okay, yeah, you guys pass the night, or the last, 3 hours in amicable silence. The sun begins to rise, and it doesn't give much of an effect deep in the water, but you do see the orange light start climbing into the sky, and what does show is the orange-yellow light kind of refracted through all of the water, hitting the various fish and casting shadows that are constantly moving and making the coral cliffs off in the distance look a bit taller as the sun rises. And we're going to end there for the night.
Sick.
Hey,
Fun time, guys.
Yeah.
we did it.
I'm gonna go ahead and hop off because I gotta be awake for work in 4.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, no.
Bye,
Okay.
guys. It was fun.
Bye.
Good night.